Let me show you what we will be doing. So we have three links in here and they are using AJAX with a GET request to communicate with the server without reloading the web page. So let's go.
Django and Python, JavaScript, tutorials for Jamie, this is Silva.
What the fuck, HTML?
There's only C.
Alright, in this video, let's explore how to do GET requests with AJAX and Django, so we don't have to reload the browser every time we want to get something from the server or send something to the server. I am following this post in my blog. I'm gonna leave this link in the description. If you want to access it, you are welcome. And I am also running this simple Django project. I also have the link in the description for the GitHub repository with it. Let's take a look on VS Code. So what is that project about? It has a index class based view returning the index template, which is a template with the image saying hello world, and it's going on the root directory. Okay, it's that simple. Now let's start by creating a view, a new view to communicate through AJAX. So let me drag this to my other screen and let's do get param, and we'll say that inherits view this time. And we need to import view from Django.views, import view. Just like that. Okay, I made a mistake in here. It's class, not def. And inside, we are going to define a method named get. We say that it has some parameters: self, requests, args, and keyword arguments. Just like that. And inside, now we will return to the client a dictionary in a JSON response. Let's create a dictionary. Could be context, and let's give it some fields. Message is equal to some message. And in the return, we say that we will return a JSON response with context. Now we also need to import from Django.http JSON response. Now we need to create something that triggers an event that will communicate with this view. And yes, before that, we really need to define the path for it so we know where we are communicating with. Let's name it get param and end it with a slash. And then we say that get param dot as view will be served when this URL is accessed, or this path. And also, let's give it a name. Could be get param. End it with a comma and save that file. And now, yeah, we can go back to index.html, and inside we can define a link to our get param view. So it could be get param, and we can add a parameter. We can name it param with some value. Imagine value 1. Let's give it a name. and check it out in the browser. Here is the link. If we click it, we are getting the JSON response just like that. Now let's create some JavaScript code for this. Script, and inside we will create a function that will be executed every time that someone clicks this link. Okay, we could name it function load data. Let's give it this argument event, and we say event prevent default, so the browser doesn't load or reload. Now when someone clicks this, what we want to do is to retrieve this link, and we could do it like this: event target and get the attribute href, end it with a semicolon. Now we can use fetch to communicate with the server like this, href, and below we can assume the response from the server like this. So then, and the response will come in this variable. So response dot JSON. So the dictionary that we are sending in here will be collected in here. We can continue with then. So then always receive the previous response. So the next then has this response, and we can say that data is going to be printed just like that. You could add more thens, but we are not gonna. We will keep it simple. And at last, if there's an error, we can catch it like this: error, console, error, and you can print it like this. In here, it's a comma and not colon. End it with a semicolon, don't forget that, and we're good to go from here, except that we still need to trigger the event to whenever this link is clicked. So we do one click is equal to load data and pass in the event. It's that simple. Now let's try that again to see what happens in the browser. Reload. Let's also say something in here. Let's click inspect and go to console and see what we are receiving. So as you can see, we are already receiving the information we have defined in the context Python dictionary with some message. So if we come here and add a 2 by the end, it automatically will update it. Okay, let me get it back to message. Now, one of the important parts is to receive the parameter that it's in the link tag. It's pretty similar to what we did before in a simple get request. So we define a variable, could be param, and use request get, and you type the name of the param, which is in this case param, and save it. And actually, let's print it. So print param. Let's try that again. Let me open command line and click value 1 again. And here you go, value 1. Now we could try this with many other. Let's create some more. Here is the value 3, value 2, value 3. Reload. Now we have 3 values. Let me see the command line and value 1, value 2, value 3. Using AJAX, the experience is a lot more smoother to the user. There we go. This is how you can use AJAX with a GET request. I'm going to create more videos explaining how to do it with posts. And I think that's what happens most frequently is that you do AJAX requests with posts. And I hope you liked this video. Let me know if there was something that you didn't understand or if I missed something. Comment, I will reply if I can or when I can. I hope everything goes well with you. Bye.